Hi, I'm Mike Morales. You are watching Tequila Aficionado Media's 2016 Brands of Promise Awards ceremony, and with Rick Levy in San Diego. And what's my name, Rick?
Mike Morales.
I'm in San Antonio. Thanks for joining us.
Too many categories.
Yeah, I know. We've been zooming through categories. And this category, Rick, first of all, I have to say, I was very proud and happy to have finally acquired these guys to send samples to us at Tequila Aficionado. I did not know this until they had sent us their information. They have been around for a little over 20 years. Scorpion. For the Mezcal, they were listed as Mezcal Legacy Brand of Promise. They are the gold medal winners. And we fell in love with this variety pack because Rick, they've got this. I mean, I'll just go through it. We have the silver mezcal, and I think this is the Tobola. And these bottles, I understand that they will be coming out with their full 750s, but these are 375s. So this variety pack, if you wanted to take a tour of mezcals and what mezcal really is like, this 4-pack is for you. It was chock full of information, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just wonderful because it's the same process applied to different species of agave. And it was just wonderful to be able to understand how the different species express themselves. We had the Weber Blue agave, grown in Oaxaca.
Yep.
And then we had the Tobola, which you mentioned. We had the Espadín, which is the more common species used for mezcal.
Yep.
And the Barril, or the Madracuche, sometimes called.
Yes. This was a fan favorite. As you can tell, it's almost gone for me. That was a fan favorite.
And Lisa will probably finish that off tonight.
Yeah, and she deserves it because she's off camera. Lisa Peach, our marketing director, is off camera doing all the social media. So if you're watching any of this bits and pieces live, either on Facebook or Periscope or Twitter or Instagram, wherever, that's her. So she's doing all that stuff behind the scenes. But you know what I loved about their packaging too, Rick, is that it was very informative. It's a tour of mezcal. They tell you exactly about the process. It shows you what the plants look like. I mean, if you've never been to Oaxaca, you've never been to a distillery or a palenque, in this case, because it's mezcal we're talking about, and you kind of wonder what all the hoopla is about. This was the 4-pack for you. And I thought it was just genius that and the fact that they've been around. All of their mezcals are at 40 ABV or 80 proof. And to be honest, Rick hadn't experimented a lot with mezcals just because he go ahead and tell him the way you put it to me. The smokiness put you off, and you had one of those bad experiences with some really crappy worm in the bucket mezcal or something.
Oh no, it wasn't that bad. It's just that coming from a tequila background, spending a lot of time analyzing tequilas, and then to dip my toe into the world of mezcal, and really just got hit with an extremely smoky one. And it was probably very authentic. It was probably, a fine profile. It was just a very.
It was a shock to your system.
Yeah, it was shocking. It was an extreme entry for me.
Well,
whereas these made a really wonderful entry. It's 40% alcohol by volume, which we're used to in the tequila world. For mezcal, it's typically higher. But then another interesting thing is that they produced it from all the different varieties of agave as well. which was really nice. And I could compare the Blue Weber Mezcal to tequila. But then, I was able to expand beyond that into the other species that are used in mezcal. And I think what I found when we went through this is I was really drawn to the espadín, which is most commonly used, I believe, in mezcal.
Yes. Yeah. What I was happy about was that you were exposed to a much higher quality, what we consider entry level, or what we call here at Tequila Aficionado, we call them gateway mezcals. And there's a lot of them out there, but when I realized that this company, this brand has been around for 20 years, that means before El Silencio and before all the popular mezcals that are out there now that are at 80 proof, Doug French and Scorpion Mezcal was doing it before anybody else was. Because really all there was 20 years ago was you had the high proof, which was traditional, anything at 45, 48, a lot higher, which as you mentioned could be a shock to your tequila system if you're not used to it. And I was really happy that there's a quality to this entry level mezcal that allowed tequila drinkers like yourself to really find out the nuances that a lot of us who had higher proof mezcals already kind of knew. But you were able to pick it out, and it's such a quality piece. It's just really, and they've been around for 20 years. Who knew? I knew that, I'd known them for a long time, but I didn't know that they had been there with the standard of the mezcal industry. So they, the thing is one was separately high proof, which is the other brand that we won't mention, and the other one was Scorpion, and they all came in at 80 proof, and they didn't budge from that, and they are the original gateway mezcals. And I thought, hey, this is awesome, and to see you. It was really gratifying to see you, how you had really taken to a quality mezcal that was coming in at 80 proof. I think that was really, really cool for me to see that, because you really
I would highly recommend
Yes.
this and the whole line to anyone interested in becoming more familiar with mezcal. This is a fantastic entry into that world. You can really appreciate some of the finer qualities of mezcal through these, and then from there you can go and explore other brands and get a fuller idea for the full spectrum of mezcal out there.
Well, the interesting thing too is that Scorpion is really blowing out. With their 20th anniversary having been just last year. They are bringing aboard more products that you and I will be talking about in 2017. So they're getting ready. They're really getting ready to make an even bigger splash. And I think it's about time, because it took them 20 years to get here, right? They're a 20-year overnight success. But I'm so glad we had to give them the Mezcal Legacy Award, the gold medal for that category, because so well deserved, and it's so high quality and probably very, very affordable. If you can find these little 4-packs, they're great. I think you can find them in Old Town Liquors, can't you?
I believe so.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, they are now coming out with a 4-pack, or at least the full 750s of each of these varietals. So when you pick your favorite, then go to Old Town Liquors or wherever you happen to be watching this, and get the full size, because it'll be hard to pick. It was funny because the three of us, you, me, and Lisa, had our own favorites.
We all had a different.
Yeah,
we were all drawn to different profiles.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And something we were saying with this 4-pack too is, when you get into it, invite your friends over. It makes a great experience all the way around for everyone to be able to explore this together. Compare tasting notes of the different species.
Yeah, it's really, and all the flavor notes are on here. And again, the plants that they come from, you know, the artistic depiction of what they are and what they look like. So you get a general idea. It really is kind of having your own, you know, maestro mezcalero, you know, handing you these 4 little bottles and going, see, this is where it comes from, you know.
And
so,
when you all together to have your tasting party, play our Sipping Off the Cup episodes.
Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, I forget to keep saying, you know, if you like what you're watching, subscribe. There's a red button down here. There'll probably be like suggested selections on this side in our YouTube channel, you know, wherever you happen to be watching us. I know they kind of pop up here and there. Just press the red button. You'll be very happy with the rest of your life. Okay? Again, congratulations to Scorpion Mezcal. Very well deserved. Gold medal in the Mezcal Legacy entry-level variety pack. And stay with us. We've got another category that we'll be talking about, Rick and I, so don't go away. That's the 2016 Brands of Promise Award Ceremony